Until recently, to have a professional job meant that you report to an office every day. But due to the never-ending evolution of technology and unfortunately events around COVID-19, a shift of work values and the number of people working remotely continues to rise. You see, our perception of work is changing. We used to think quite exclusively about being at a certain location, getting face time, and attempting to look productive, as much as actually being productive. That is changing. Agile organizations already realized that what we care about is getting things done, completing projects, reaching goals, serving clients, and very often these can be successfully achieved away from the office. COVID-19 may yet do what years of advocacy have failed to. Tell that remote working has benefits and is available for more than just a relatively handful of employees. As per the World Economic Forum report of 2019, only 7% of employees had the option to regularly work from home. But now in 2020, we expect this number to triple, no, quadruple. Well, before 2019 and before COVID-19, it might have been a coffee shop, a park, or anywhere you can get connected. You used your tools, laptop, and the internet connection that you needed. But the thing is, there's more to that. You need to learn what it means to work remotely. The rules are a little bit different than being in the office, that's for sure. So that's why in this workshop, you'll get prepared by setting up your work environment correctly, effectively, and manage your time properly, staying in touch with your team, and several more crucial remote work skills. Let's get started. Step 1. For successful remote work, it is really important to have a thoughtful plan for the structure of your day. I want you to think about two specific things. Using your calendar correctly to organize your work, and understanding how to structure work within one working day. Let's start with organizing your work into an effective work schedule. Too often, it's easy to spend 30 seconds browsing in your head over the tasks and projects you are responsible for. Maybe you think about which one thing will be due next week and choose to focus your workday on that particular task. That's a common approach, and it's a bad idea. Here's what you want to do. Start with a year calendar, whether on paper or computer. Now, month by month, write down exactly when each major independent task or project is due. These are the targets, these are your targets, and it's now time to use them to plan backwards. For each piece of work you put on the calendar, you have to work back towards today, adding entries on your calendar for each of the major milestones you must complete along the way. Each milestone, of course, can be broken into smaller pieces, individual steps. When approached this way, with just a few minutes of planning, your calendar can be used to precisely document how you will get all of your work done on time. Measurable performance, right? With your general work schedule in place on your calendar, you begin your workday with a quick review. In addition, you also have normal recurring daily tasks you're responsible for. Maybe it's managing a weekly conference call or generating and distributing certain reports. The same principle applies, by the way, for conference calls and meetings. Ensure they are scheduled and linked to a clear task and objective. Reduce the duration of a conference call, and it should not be more than 30 minutes or even 15 minutes only. A video call is just another task and activity in that day or weekly plan. Okay, so now you're looking at the 5 or 6 things you should be focused on today. Follow the advice and questions we just covered, and your understanding what your calendar should look like will give you exactly how your day should be prioritized. Second, working remotely, especially from home, requires a dedicated space. While it's true that some people can work in a different physical space every day and remain productive, most can't. They need a recurring, organized, well-structured space dedicated for doing their job. Now, there's no perfect answer about that your home office should look like. Though we know several things you should consider in order to maximize your attitude and work productivity. Let's start with one of my favorites, natural light. That's real light, as opposed to ceiling lights or lamps. Here's why. Research suggests that natural light supports good health, due to its direct effect on mood and mental alertness. It's one of the best freely available motivators, so if possible, set up a room with one or more windows. Next, find a way to ensure decent noise control. To be honest, the issue here is focus. What type of noise environment do you need to stay focused? For some, that means music playing or opening the window to hear the noise of their children playing outside. For most, it means creating a quiet space. Whether you control that with closed doors or with noise-cancelling headphones, it's up to you. Of course, temperature matters a lot as well. Often it's the case that upstairs is quite warm and in the basement it's cold. And in the basement there's no windows. But hot and cold are different for everyone. The point is that you want to work in a space where the temperature does not distract you. So now you've got your space picked, and it's time to think about what to do with it. First, fill it with essential office elements. Aside from your smartphone and normal office supplies, these include a quality chair, your desk, and additional storage. Your computer of choice, of course, and a business quality printer, if you want. Let me offer a couple of tips here. For the chair, don't be cheap. Get something comfortable that supports your back, and your body will thank you. Also, for real productivity, be sure to start using an additional external monitor in addition to your laptop or computer monitor. They're very affordable today, and an extra monitor makes it really much easier to handle multiple tasks and projects, conference calling and looking at your presentation and so on. There you go. Simple and to the point. Choose the right location, stock it with the essential physical assets and supplies, then make it a little personal. That's when you become comfortable, focused, and a productive remote worker.